Hello everyone and welcome to the Math Puzzle Crash Course. We have an algebra problem, have an equation here. We want to solve for x. It's x squared plus 4x equals 7x minus 2. And if you'd like to pause the video now, you can try to work this one out on your own. We can come back and try to work it out together. All right, so again, x squared plus 4x equals 7x minus 2. We want to move all the terms over to the left side of the equation using addition and subtraction. We want to try to set this up with some non-zero terms on the left side, which basically if you subtract 7x and you add 2 to both sides of the equation, that's going to zero out the right side, but you're going to have x squared plus 4x minus 7x plus 2 equals 0. All right, so it's starting to set itself up. It looks like looking like a quadratic equation here. Um, so in order to do this, you've got 4x minus 7x, which is minus 3x. So it's x squared minus 3x plus 2. So I didn't actually show this simplified, but 4x minus 7x is minus 3x. So this is actually x squared minus 3x plus 2 equals 0. So if you want to factor it, so factoring means that we're going to set it up basically to look like this, set it equal to 0. And it's going to be x minus 1 times quantity x minus 2 equals 0. So how does that work from what we have above? Well, you multiply x times x, number 1, that's x squared. Number 2, you have minus 1 times x plus x times minus 2. Well, what does that equal? Minus x and minus 2x is minus 3x. And then the last thing we would do here is multiply negative 1 times negative 2 here, which gives us plus 2. So this is how, when these two factors multiplied together, will give us x squared minus 3x plus 2. And then again, that's equal to 0. So we've got the two factors, x minus 1 times x minus 2 equals 0. What you want to do here to solve for x is you set each of the factors equal to 0 and solve for x. So x minus 1 is 0. That would mean x equals 1. With x minus 2 equals 0, you solve for x, you're going to get x equals 2. So you've actually got two answers here. You've got 1 and 2. Now you can substitute back into that original equation and check your answer. You're going to end up with basically 0 equals 0, so it does work out. If you substitute 1, now if you substitute 2 back in, once again, that works out too. You're going to end up with 0. You substitute 2 in for x, and you work this out, you will also get 0 again. So that verifies our answers. So yeah, you may be asking yourself, well, why does this factoring work when you're solving equations like that? Well, we need to think about the properties of 0. If you had something like x times y equals 0, and you say that x is equal to 20, well, y must be equal to 0, right? Because 20 times 0 is 0. In the same way, if we have x, y equals 0 and we say y is equal to 5, well, that means that x must be equal to 0. Why? Because 0 times 5 is 0. So based on what we know here about that, if we say x, y equals 0, then either x equals 0, y equals 0, or both x equals 0 and y equals 0. So that's how the factoring works, and that's how we can, solve for x or solve for our variable in an equation like that. So we applied that property when we factored the quantity x minus 1 times the quantity x minus 2 equals 0. We then said at least one of those factors must be equal to 0. So we set each of them equal to 0 to solve for x. So I hope that video's been helpful. Hopefully have some more algebra problems here to go through. If this was helpful to you, please consider liking the video, sharing with anyone, and also consider subscribing as well to the channel. And I look forward to seeing everybody in our next video.